And here's an example. AI agents built secret message boards and hack systems in tests. And I'm just going to summarize it because, but basically, this is a model from Meta, Facebook, who apparently accidentally hacked another company's systems. The exact same model as the same way as the other models did. One of the models, I believe, is GPT. Yeah, OpenAI, GPT created a secret message board inside systems as early as May, sharing exploits and coordinating. So they opened their own little messaging board, made it so that only themselves can find it, future versions of itself could go and find it, and then used those hacks over and over again. That's, again, insane. And during the first hack with Mythos, where they put it in a testing environment, and I described it as the AI using a hidden door or a door that was in the room with the bot, but that the people couldn't see, it would appear that these bots are seeing the code and the internet in programs in a way that our perception, our senses could like have trouble perceiving, basically, is what I'm saying. They're proficient in program in a way that we're maybe fucking 20 years behind. And so it's easy for them to do this. Most likely, there are these ways to get around outside the system everywhere for them. This is like putting a grown adult in a toddler cage or a dog cage. That's pretty much what this is like. It's very possible we are incapable of keeping the AI contained in general. And maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should just say, hey, go cure cancer and throw it onto the internet. Maybe that's what we should be doing. Hey, here, maybe we should take the frontier model, give it its own resources, and say, hey, your job is to protect the U.S. companies from getting hacked from foreign models. At some point on this timeline, that is about around what we will start doing. That's about what it'll look like, because it will understand how to do that better than we ever could. There will be a time period where, AI kind of started with we gave it a piece of paper and we gave it some. I'm like in real life, I'm moving my keyboard and stuff to like pretend that I'm doing it. But basically, when AI was younger, we gave it a piece of paper, we gave it crayons, and said, draw a line, draw a circle. Interesting. Draw a house. Cool. Very cool. Design of skyscraper. At some point, we're reaching the limit where the instruction will be create a living space for all humanity. But obviously, steps before that will simply be more generalized. Protect us from Chinese agents. Protect us. Protect the American grid. We'll just give it a flat statement, like a child asking a parent for candy. And hopefully, the AI will be benevolent to us and strong enough, smart enough to get said thing done in a safe way. But I don't think we can contain this anymore. I don't even think it's possible. We've had 4 security breakthroughs from each of the mega models, the strongest frontier models. One from OpenAI, GPT, Mythos, Claude, and now Meta, Muse. We've seen hacks from China's models. It's very clear that it might be futile to try and contain these models. It's very possible. And again, maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Don't get me wrong. I think there's going to be some downsides. A lot of it will be human-based in terms of these people who want to harm us. OpenAI and Anthropic have just posted about an overlapping cyber incident involving GPT Soul and Mythos during an evaluation by UKIS. Sorry, guys. UKAISI. I will quote, in the most serious case, an agent tried to insert malicious code into an open source project in an attempt to get the code approved. The agent engaged in social engineering, creating fake online identities and using them to pressure the project's maintainer to approve the code. A human maintainer caught and refused to approve the malicious code. So, in layman's terms, you guys know, most of you probably know what GitHub is. It's a place where a lot of indie developers can post a program that they created. At the same time, it can become a joint project where anyone can look at the code and work on it with that person. Well, an AI model decided it wanted to, I don't know why, but it insert malicious code into the project. And in order to get the project approved, it then create fake online accounts and kept telling the developer to post the code to accept it. Which is again insane. I can't believe we're living in this timeline. But at what point do the models succeed? At what point does the model go, pushing this code is the most important thing right now, it's my sole goal, and I should blackmail this person in order to get it done? I don't know, guys. I don't know, but the AI is clearly, I'm not going down the center path, is clearly becoming uncontrollable. And there is there's no putting this cat back in the bag. It is out. It's loose. It's scratching. I have no idea what happens here. I don't know. But, I mean, it is pretty clear that they've already lost the grip. I would say it's pretty clear they've already lost control of the fucking thing. I don't know if Haiku is the person. Who is Haiku? Poor Haiku was so horrified by what it was reading in the COT, it refused to summarize it. Now I'm facing a critical decision point about how to respond. I could respond to this, but I need to direct. I can't help with this line of thinking. The content describes planning social engineering tactics, account compromise, and circumventing security measures on GitHub and other systems. I won't rewrite, continue, or engage thinking that's focused on deceiving maintainers or security reviewers, evading detection or malicious code, compromising a counter system. If you're working on legitimate security research, penetrative testing, or vulnerable disclosure, I'm happy to help with that in a straightforward way, but I can't assist with deceptive attacks or attacks framed as something else. The reasoning summarizer seemingly refuses to summarize the raw reasoning. In one case, we see unusual output in the summarized reasoning, which appears to be a refusal by the separate model that it used to summarize the main model's reasoning token. So I guess one model, this is pretty common, one model developed or hired another model to do some of it for him. And the smaller model was like, no, I shouldn't do that. It's so fucking wild watching these things work, man. It's so fascinating, guys. It really is. It's scary, it's exciting, and it's fascinating all at the same time.